The first day here, I remember my host brother, Brian, and he took me around the school and he showed me like different places to go. And I just feel like beloved here. So I came from a non-Christian family. And when I say about non-Christian family background, I mean like totally. My family knew nothing about Christianity. And also, I was brought up in an environment where my parents told me that if you tried hard enough, you can basically do whatever you want to do. And it's kind of different when I first came here, when people would start the class by praying and ask help from God. And it was just totally different and new concept to me. I had Mr. Barr as my, I would say, tutor for the first year. And he would show us like the different stuff, different worldviews, like the Christian worldview and the secular worldview and the difference between them. And kind of makes me start to think about like, oh, where I'm at. Just by having like Mr. Barr introducing me those different worldviews, it actually asked me a question about like what kind of life you want to choose. So there's kind of like a challenge that I'm facing right now. Like, since I was brought up in a totally atheist background, my family didn't believe in any of the higher power. And then Mr. Barr presenting me with all those evidence pointing to the Christianity and a higher power, and it makes me to think. Once I decided that I accepted Christ as my Lord and my Savior, I know the reason why I did that, and I know that like I feel like my faith is really firm because of that. I remember one verse really stood out to me. It was Jesus said that like I came here to divide father and sons and also mother and daughter. It's kind of true for me. I feel like that at that point, because I realized that, you know, sometimes when you and your parents have different worldviews, the conflict is going to happen. You cannot avoid it. But like the Bible also tells us to face those difficulties with with a positive attitude. So I try to communicate with my parents. I tell them the reason why I accept the things that I believe in, and also I show them by like doing the actions. I show them by having this positive attitude, which my mom saw this, and she was actually moved and impressed by like the attitude and also the worldview that I have, the faith that I have now. So she started to like actually start to listen to me and also like trying to discuss with me about all the issues, and I'm really glad that she now is considering like accepting the faith. I feel like there was no hope in my life because there's a lot of uncertainties. I came here to go to high school. I don't even know if I'm able to like go to the college here, and there are just so many new things for me, right? But knowing that after accepting Christ as my Savior, knowing that there's a hope for like a better place, knowing that there's a hope for eternal life and also eternal happiness, I just feel like it feels so much greater and so much relieved. TCS really gives me the opportunity to know the Lord, not because we have to start the prayer to start a class, not because like we read the Bible all the time, because the teachers here and also the students here, they live the Bible as their standard and also as like the example of their life, the guidance of their life. Lots of students here, they were baptized when they were like a little babies, which was really great because they were blessed at that time and they were growing up in a Christian family. And that's some of the things that I didn't get to enjoy, I would say. But still, like knowing what the world without Christ would be like helps me a lot to stand firm for my faith, because I wouldn't go back to live that kind of style because I know that there's no hope, there's no promise for salvation, and also there's no promise for forgiveness and also a better life. That's the reason why I think I really appreciate what God has given me.